Hello, dear friends. I'm truly happy to have you here with me today. Let's take a moment to talk about something that becomes more and more important as we age: calcium. Yes, that tiny mineral plays a huge role in keeping our bones strong, our teeth healthy, and even our heart beating steadily. You've probably heard for years that milk is the best source of calcium. But is that really true? Especially if milk doesn't sit well with your stomach or your lifestyle. Today we'll explore 10 natural foods that are packed with calcium, many of them even better than milk. They're delicious, easy to find, and full of other nutrients too. So stay with me, because your next favorite food might just be on this list. Calcium isn't just about bones, though that's often what we think of first. It's actually involved in almost every movement your body makes, helping your muscles contract, your nerves send signals, and even your blood clot when you get a small cut. It's essential from head to toe, at every age, but especially as we grow older. Now, most of us were taught that milk is the king of calcium. But what if milk doesn't agree with you? Maybe you feel bloated after drinking it, or perhaps you've developed lactose intolerance over the years. Some people simply prefer not to consume animal products. Whatever your reason, you're not alone. The good news? There are plenty of natural foods, some leafy, some crunchy, even a few sweet ones, that offer calcium in surprisingly high amounts. And they often come with extra nutrients your body loves. Better yet, you don't need to change your whole diet. These foods are easy to add into what you already eat. A handful here, a spoonful there. It all adds up. So let's explore these gentle, nourishing options together. You might be surprised by how simple and delicious calcium-rich eating can be. Let's start with a true green superstar, kale. It may look simple, just a leafy vegetable, but don't let that fool you. Kale is bursting with nutrients, and when it comes to calcium, it shines more than most people realize. Just 1 cup of cooked kale gives you about 100 milligrams of calcium. That's a great start for your daily needs. But kale brings more than just calcium. It also contains vitamin K, which works hand in hand with calcium to keep your bones dense and strong. You'll also get vitamin C, which helps your immune system, and fiber that keeps your digestion happy. So, how do you enjoy kale? You can blend it into a smoothie with a banana and an apple for a fresh, energizing breakfast. Or lightly sauté it with a little olive oil and garlic for a warm, comforting side dish. You might also love it raw in a salad, with a squeeze of lemon to soften the leaves. Here's a tip. Choose kale with deep green leaves. That's when it's freshest and most nutritious. A friend of mine started eating kale twice a week, and she swears her knees feel less stiff than they used to. Give it a try, and see how your body responds. Next up, let's talk about almonds, those little golden nuts that pack a powerful punch. Don't be fooled by their size. Just a small handful, around 23 almonds, gives you about 75 milligrams of calcium. But that's only the beginning. Almonds are also rich in magnesium, which supports your muscles and helps your body use calcium more efficiently. And let's not forget the vitamin E, a strong antioxidant that supports skin health and protects your cells from aging. Plus, almonds can help regulate cholesterol levels, which is an added bonus for heart health. You can enjoy almonds in so many simple ways. Snack on them raw during the day, or sprinkle them on your oatmeal with a drizzle of honey for a cozy, nourishing breakfast. You can even make your own almond milk. Just soak, blend with water, and strain. It's fresh, dairy-free, and delicious. Here's a helpful trick. Soak almonds overnight to make them easier to digest and gentler on the stomach. I once met a cheerful 70-year-old woman who swore by her daily almond habit. She said she still climbed stairs without effort, and her joints felt stronger than ever. Give almonds a chance. They might become your favorite go-to snack. Now, let's turn to the sea, specifically to the humble sardine. These small fish might not look like much, but they are packed with nutrition, especially for bone health. In fact, just one can of sardines, especially the kind with the soft bones included, can provide over 300 milligrams of calcium. That's more than in a glass of milk. But sardines offer even more. They're full of omega-3 fatty acids, which are essential for heart health and reducing inflammation. They also contain vitamin D, which helps your body absorb calcium more effectively. It's like a double gift: calcium and the tool to use it. Not sure how to enjoy sardines? They're surprisingly versatile. You can toss them into a salad with leafy greens and a bit of lemon, or mash them onto whole grain toast with avocado for a quick and nourishing lunch. You could even wrap them in lettuce for a light, satisfying meal. Here's something to keep in mind. Choose sardines packed in water rather than oil if you're watching sodium levels. A colleague of mine started adding sardines to his weekly lunch, and he told me his blood pressure became much more stable over time. Sometimes, big health benefits come in small packages. Let's now look at something so small, yet so full of goodness. Chia seeds. They might just look like specks, but don't let their size fool you. Just 2 tablespoons of chia seeds can provide around 180 milliliters of calcium, almost as much as a small glass of milk. But there's more. Chia seeds are rich in fiber, which supports healthy digestion and helps you feel full longer. They also contain omega-3 fatty acids, which keep your heart strong and your joints moving smoothly. And because they absorb water, they're great for hydration too. So, how can you use chia seeds? One favorite is chia pudding. Simply mix chia seeds with your favorite plant-based milk. Let them sit overnight, and enjoy with fruit in the morning. You can also sprinkle them over yogurt, stir into smoothies, or add them to baking recipes like muffins and energy bars. Here's a helpful note. Soak chia seeds for about 15 minutes before eating. They'll become soft and easier to digest. A close friend of mine started adding chia seeds to her morning smoothies, and after a few months, she told me her bones felt stronger and her energy more stable. Such a tiny change, such a big difference. Now, let's talk about tofu. A soft, gentle food that's full of strength beneath the surface. Often seen as a staple in vegetarian meals, tofu is also a rich source of calcium when it's made with calcium salts, providing around 350 milligrams per 100 grams. But the benefits don't stop there. Tofu is high in protein, which helps maintain muscle mass as we age. It also contains iron, essential for energy and healthy blood, especially important for older adults. And because it's plant-based, it's a wonderful option for those who avoid dairy or meat. Tofu is also incredibly versatile. You can stir-fry it with vegetables and a splash of soy sauce, grill it with spices until golden and crispy, or add it to soups like miso for a soothing, warming dish. It takes on flavors easily, so it never gets boring. Here's a simple tip. Choose organic tofu when you can, and always check the label to see if it's calcium set. A vegetarian friend of mine eats tofu almost daily, and at 60, she's strong, full of energy, and rarely feels tired. Sometimes, the gentlest foods are the most powerful. Let's shine a light on a crisp, tender leafy green that often goes unnoticed. Bok choy. This Asian green is not only gentle on the stomach, it's also surprisingly rich in calcium, offering about 160 milligrams in just 1 cup cooked. Along with calcium, bok choy provides vitamin A, which supports your vision and skin, and vitamin C, a strong ally for the immune system. It's low in calories, but high in nutrition. Perfect for maintaining a healthy weight while keeping bones and overall health in check. There are plenty of ways to enjoy bok choy. Try lightly stir-frying it with garlic and olive oil for a quick and fragrant side dish. You can also add it to soups or broths, or simply steam it and drizzle a little sesame oil on top. It has a delicate flavor and a wonderful crunch. Here's a practical tip. Cook bok choy quickly, just a few minutes, to preserve its calcium and vitamins. A relative of mine adds bok choy to her weekly vegetable soup, and she swears it's one of the reasons her skin feels softer and looks brighter, even past 65. It's gentle, it's nourishing, and it's easy to love. Now let's talk about something smooth, creamy, and comforting. Plant-based milk. Whether it's almond, soy, oat, or rice milk, many of these options are fortified with calcium, offering between 300 to 450 milligrams of calcium per cup, equal to or even more than regular cow's milk. But that's not all. These milks are often also enriched with vitamin D, helping your body absorb calcium more efficiently. Many are naturally low in saturated fat, and soy milk in particular contains plant-based protein, making it a great all-around choice. Wondering how to use it? There are plenty of easy ways. You can blend it into your morning smoothie, pour it over oatmeal, or use it to make a creamy latte. It's also great in soups and sauces, adding richness without heaviness. One helpful tip: choose unsweetened versions to keep your sugar intake low, and always check the label for calcium content. A friend of mine who can't tolerate dairy switched to fortified soy milk, and after a few months, she noticed better digestion and fewer joint aches. For many people, plant milk isn't just an alternative. It's an upgrade. Let's now turn to something simple, warm, and wonderfully nourishing: white beans. Whether you call them cannellini, navy, or Great Northern beans, these little legumes are quietly powerful. Just 1 cup of cooked white beans contains around 160 milliliters of calcium, along with a generous dose of plant-based protein. They're also rich in iron, which supports healthy blood, and potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure, a key concern for many in their 50s and beyond. Their high fiber content supports digestion and keeps you feeling full and satisfied. White beans are incredibly versatile in the kitchen. You can make a hearty bean soup with tomatoes and herbs, toss them into salads with fresh vegetables, or even mash them into a spread for toast or crackers. Their mild, creamy flavor blends beautifully with all kinds of ingredients. Here's a helpful tip: soak the beans overnight before cooking. This makes them easier to digest and quicker to prepare. A family friend of mine began adding white beans to her weekly stews, and she noticed she felt fuller longer and had steadier energy throughout the day. Sometimes the quietest foods offer the strongest support. Let's sweeten things up a bit with dried figs. These small, wrinkled fruits may surprise you with their calcium content. Just 5 dried figs provide around 135 milligrams of calcium. And that's not all. They're also a great source of fiber, which helps support healthy digestion and can even help keep your blood sugar levels stable. Alongside calcium, figs are packed with antioxidants, which protect your cells from damage and support overall health. They also offer potassium, which works alongside calcium to support heart health and maintain healthy blood pressure. Figs are perfect as a sweet snack on their own, or you can add them to salads with nuts and cheese for a savory sweet combination. They also pair wonderfully with yogurt or can be used in healthy desserts like energy bars or homemade granola. Here's a tip: combine dried figs with almonds for an extra boost of calcium and healthy fats. A friend of mine started having dried figs and almonds as a snack, and she said she felt less fatigued and more energized throughout the day. It's a small change that makes a big difference. And last but certainly not least, let's dive into the ocean for salmon, one of the best seafood options for those looking to boost their calcium intake. A can of canned salmon with bones provides around 200 milligrams of calcium, making it an excellent source of this vital nutrient. But it's not just the calcium that makes salmon so special. This fish is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are fantastic for heart health. Omega-3s help lower inflammation, improve circulation, and may even support cognitive function as we age. Plus, salmon is loaded with vitamin D, which plays a crucial role in calcium absorption, helping your body make the most of the calcium you consume. Salmon is incredibly easy to incorporate into your meals. You can mix it into salads, make a sandwich with whole grain bread, or even grill or bake it with a little olive oil and herbs for a simple yet delicious dinner. Here's a useful tip. Choose canned salmon with bones to get the full calcium benefit. A relative of mine who started eating more salmon found his joint flexibility improved, and he feels better overall. While including calcium-rich foods in your diet is crucial, there are a few tips and tricks that can help you get the most out of that calcium. First, let's talk about vitamin D. It's the key that unlocks the door to calcium absorption. Without enough vitamin D, your body can't absorb calcium properly, no matter how much you eat. Luckily, there are easy ways to get vitamin D. Spend time outdoors in the sunlight, which is one of the best natural sources. Or include foods like salmon, eggs, and fortified plant-based milks in your diet. Vitamin D helps calcium do its job, strengthening your bones and improving your overall health. Next, don't forget about magnesium. This mineral works closely with calcium to help your body use it more effectively. You can find magnesium in foods like almonds, chia seeds, and green leafy vegetables like kale. Try combining these foods in a meal to boost calcium absorption. However, a small note. Some foods, like spinach, contain oxalates, which can reduce calcium absorption. This doesn't mean you should avoid spinach completely. It's still packed with vitamins and minerals, but it's best to cook it to help reduce the oxalate content. Also, consuming spinach in moderation will still give you lots of health benefits. Lastly, if you have trouble digesting dairy or are lactose intolerant, the great news is that you can still get all the calcium you need from plant-based sources like almond milk, tofu, and leafy greens. Many of these are fortified with extra calcium, so they're just as effective, if not more, than traditional dairy. I had a friend who switched from dairy milk to fortified soy milk, and after a few weeks, she noticed that her digestion improved and she felt better overall. It's all about finding what works best for your body. Let's take a moment to review everything we've learned so far. We've explored 10 incredible calcium-rich foods, each offering unique benefits for your bones, heart, and overall health. From the leafy greens like kale and bok choy to the heart-healthy fish like salmon, these foods are all packed with the nutrients your body needs to stay strong and vibrant. What's amazing is that many of these options are not only easy to incorporate into your meals, but they're also affordable and accessible. Whether you enjoy almonds, chia seeds, or tofu, you can create a varied and exciting diet full of calcium without relying on dairy. And if dairy doesn't work for you, there are plenty of plant-based alternatives that are just as effective, if not more. Remember, the key to strong bones and overall health isn't just about calcium. It's about ensuring you get a balanced diet that includes other important nutrients like vitamin D and magnesium, which work together to support bone density and vitality. I encourage you to try adding at least 1 to 2 of these calcium-rich foods to your diet this coming week. You might be surprised at how easy it is to make simple swaps and how great you'll feel when your body gets the nutrients it needs. And don't forget to share your thoughts with me. Which food are you most excited to try? Leave a comment below, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can get more tips for living your healthiest life. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you in the next video where we'll dive into even more ways to enhance your health and well-being. Take care, and remember, it's never too late to start nourishing your body for a healthier future.